it's these questions that you know the answers to. I mean, connect the dots about what he's been doing in this country. He's not tolerating racism. He's promoting racism. He's not tolerating violence. He's inciting racism and violence in this country. So, I don't know what kind of question that is.
All right, folks. He would like to be the next president of the United States. What the WTF? He threw the WTF out there. What? Are you blanking me? SH asterisk asterisk. That way you don't know really what I'm saying. If I say S asterisk asterisk asterisk, what the? Really? He wants to be the next president of the United States. Nothing the president can do. All this lady says, this reporter says to Francis O'Rourke, is there anything the president can do to make this better? WTF? Are you SH asterisk asterixing me? Really? Let's go. Josh, do me a favor while I'm building it up here. Let's pull the other Francis O'Rourke. And the reason we're going with Francis is Francis used to be the representative of El Paso County, Congressman Francis O'Rourke, until his failed Senate bid against Ted Cruz. Now, everything that's going on, now, don't kid yourself. Every single thing that's happening in Texas today is geared at trying to turn Texas blue. You think I'm being insensitive? No. Don't call me insensitive. Yes, 21-year-old walks up to a Walmart. Yes, opens fire. Yes, 22 people are dead. A horrific scene. But the media never let a good crisis go to waste. Never let a crisis go to waste. And they're not. This is where you have to understand. They're applying the rule extra. Okay. You got your SPF 5 and you got your SPF 35. They're applying the sunscreen, folks, because they're doing everything they can to shift the narrative to get it to where Texas could turn blue. That's what they're going for. Nothing else. Let's play the other Francis video if it's ready now, Josh.
I mean, the president has not been shy. He's not been saying this behind closed doors. This is out in the open. You know, all people of one religion inherently defective and should be banned from the shores of this country. The only modern Western democracy that I can think of that said anything close to this is the Third Reich, Nazi Germany. Talking about human beings as though they are animals, making them subhuman to make it okay to put their kids in cages. We've lost 7 children in our custody just over the last year in this, the wealthiest, the most powerful country on the face of the planet, saying that he wants more immigrants like those from Nordic countries, the whitest places on the face of the planet. This president, his open is also an invitation to violence. We've seen a rise in hate crimes every single one of the last 3 years. So, Joe, you're absolutely right. The writing has been on the wall since his maiden speech coming down that escalator describing Mexican immigrants as rapists and criminals. The actions that follow cannot surprise us. And anyone who is surprised is part of this problem right now, including members of the media who ask, hey, Beto, do you think the president is racist? Well, Jesus Christ, of course he's racist. He's been racist from day one, before day one, when he was questioning whether Barack Obama was born in the United States. He's trafficked in this stuff from the very beginning, and we are reaping right now what he has sown and what his supporters in Congress have sown. We have to put a stop to it. Congressman.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Really? Really? Is he people ask me, is he a racist? Jesus Christ. What do you think? Why we haven't seen anything like this since the Third Reich? Why they are getting ready to round them up and throw them in the gas chambers now. Yes, and we're getting ready to get a patch to wear on our shirt to let us know. This is unreal. And the thing is where is he at? He's on Morning Joe spewing this. Now, they will use the word spew and hate speech and rhetoric on the president 7 days a week. He's on Morning Joe spewing this hatred out. What did he say? What did he say? He said, Jesus Christ, hate crimes, white Nordic countries. So we're looking towards the great white Nordic countries to bring in some white people to counterbalance. What the hell is wrong with these damn people? The president wants white Nordic people to counterbalance the people of color in this country. Kids in cages. We're treating them subhuman. Let me tell you what subhuman is. And I'll do it one more time. And I did it yesterday. They now want to completely strike from the record illegal. No person in the world can be illegal. Illegal is a subhuman statement, identification, subhuman. That's what they want. So if you are caught, okay, crossing the border illegally, you're just a human being that crossed a border. You no longer are illegal. That's subhuman. I mean, do you know how many subhuman people in America that are doing illegal things today? I swear to God, I'm going to tell you this. Well, I'm not going to do anything, but if I'm a criminal, and I'm going to the judge today. Did you know it was illegal to break in that store? Your Honor, that's subhuman. You've hurt my feelings. I would be looking at the judge. Look, don't hurt my feelings. Hey, get me out of the chains here in the orange jumpsuit. Do you know how many damn chains and orange jumpsuits are going before judges today because they did something illegal? And we're not crying subhuman. Why, in fact, we had such a subhuman crime bill for Black America, which they do not care about you. Did I tell you, Black America? Democrats have zero value to them. You could be laying in the ditch on a street in Baltimore dead this morning, and they don't care if they just shovel you up and throw you away. That's exactly right, whether you like it or not. That's the way it is, right? Let me tell you what was subhuman, Francis, was Bill Clinton's crime bill that rounded up, you may not like it. You remember we used to, Third Reich, you're going to talk about Nazis, you're going to talk about dictators. Do you remember when Hitler went and rounded up some Jews? Why are we here? There's Jews living over there. Do you remember when people went through and they tried to hide the Jews, right? And they went through and would tap on floorboards to see where one might move and pick it up to find Jews hiding in crawl spaces? I don't even want to go there. It's too deep. Get real. Oh, I bet that's something we're not teaching kids in school, that history, huh? So you think President Trump, we're just going to round people up? Let me tell you something. The last time I, as an American, feel we rounded anybody up is after Bill Clinton signed the crime bill and we went through. Do you realize, I don't want to get off on this, but I get so tired of this bull crap, okay? When he signed the crime bill, Google it. As Joe, you piece of crap, Joe Morning Crap Scarborough. As you always say, go to the Google machine. Go to the Google machine. Well, damn it, let me ask you to go to the Google machine. You look. I get tired. Concentration camps down on the border. Okay? Privatized. Well, they're privatized. They're privatized. All right? These camps down there are privatized, and private businesses are getting so much a day per person. Let me tell you about privatized. You go to the crime bill. The last time in this country that we did a roundup is the crime bill. And you know what we did when we passed it? Okay. We privatized prisons. You go look at how many prisons were built at that time, how much federal funding, because I can give you the name of a company that was building prisons all across this country. You go look at how many were privatized at that time under the Bill Clinton administration, and then you go look when they got their prisons built and privatized them and they gave them so much for a black head. I know I'm saying things I shouldn't, but let's roll. All right? You know what it's like to tell a private corporation in a federally built prison with your money that you're going to give them so much per black American male that they throw in there? Do you know what that was like? That's the last time we really gathered them up. So black America, you need to listen, you young men. We went through this inner cities and we rounded you up and we throwed you in there, right? Well, guess what? The President of the United States, justice reform, that's who did it. Every time I hear Third Reich, the last roundup in this country is Bill Clinton and Democrats, and they were young black men all across this country thrown in private federal jails and given these corporations so much for each black head in there. All right. Got to stop saying things I shouldn't, saying things maybe I should. I don't know. But let's go to this. Josh, get me, and I just doing this for a reason. I'm going to take a break. Get me the Joe Biden video. You know, the one where he's talking about the KKK. You know that one I asked you for? Here's Joe Biden. Last time we saw this, let's talk about that. If you got that video, Josh, if you can get that ready, throw it up there, and then we'll take a break and we'll go a little deeper. Well, we're going to go a little deeper on some things this morning.
That may be behind the rhetoric you're saying, an effort basically to stoke white supremacists or white nationalists, to at least give them a dog whistle.
Well, they do have a dog whistle. They do have a dog whistle. Look, this is a president who has said things no other president has said since Andrew Jackson. Nobody said anything like the things he's saying. And the idea that doesn't contribute to or legitimate or make
What happened, Josh? Did we have a problem there with the video? Because that wasn't all the video. Is there can you type me if there was an issue with running that? Video froze. Can we try it again? And just working on it. Josh, I want to thank you so much. You realize we're running this show, our engineer Josh, in the studio down there in the studio room, 1,000 miles away from where I'm at. So you're doing a great job. I appreciate it. I know it froze up. If you can get that thing, let's get it back on, because what about, just interrupt me. Just go with it if you can get it. The dog whistle. The dog whistle. I wanted you to hear one particular part. Stoking white supremacists. The dog whistle. Andrew Jackson, right? Andrew Jackson, the dog whistle. See? Really? It's like a dog. He's sending out, when he goes out there, he's sending out a dog whistle. Just whenever you think you could get that, just double over whatever I'm talking about and go back to playing it, because I do want our audience to hear the one part with Joe Biden. So, like I said, just go back to wherever you're at. Now, yesterday, the president, we talked about mental health, the internet, the deep, dark recesses.
This is a president who has said things no other president has said since Andrew Jackson. Nobody said anything like the things he's saying. And the idea that doesn't contribute to or legitimate or make it more rational for people to think that we, in fact, can now speak out. We can speak out and be more straightforward, and we can make this an issue. We've been through this before. We went through this before in the 20s with the Ku Klux Klan, 50,000 people walking down Pennsylvania Avenue in pointed hats and their robes because they, in fact, decided they didn't want any Catholics coming into the country. We went through it after the Civil War in terms of the Ku Klux Klan and white supremacy. This is about separating people and the good and bad in his mind. It's about an access to power. It's a trait used by charlatans all over the world. Divide people, divide them, pit them against one another.
If that's the case, I mean, it is a very dangerous game then that he is playing.
Oh, no, there's no question it's a dangerous game. There's no question that his rhetoric has contributed to, at a minimum, of dumbing down the way in which we as a society talk about one another. The way we've always been, look, we've always brought the country together. We've never, we the people, we hold these truths self-evident. He flies in the face of all the basic things that we've never really met the standard. We've never abandoned it before. He looks like he's just flat abandoned the theory that we are one people.
Abandon the theory. I'm going to write that one down. Never want to forget that one with Joe. Okay. Let's see here. Let me go here, and we're going to take a brief break. We're going to break that down. We have, let's see, Joe says 50,000 people marching down Pennsylvania Avenue. They didn't want the Catholics here. KKK. He said KKK, white supremacy. Interesting. Because Josh, give me number 3. There's number 3. That would be Obama. That would be Joe Biden and Bill Clinton yucking it up. And I'm going to tell you where they're yucking it up. Let's go to number 4. Look at them yucking it up. Number 4. Look at those 3 Democrats just having a beautiful afternoon yucking it up. Now let's go with number 5, and you start guessing where they're yucking it up at. You have the far end. You have Jay Rockefeller. You have Clinton pretending to pray. You got Biden pretending to pray, and Obama probably doing a Muslim prayer. Oh, my God, that is hate speech. Oh, my God, they're going to jerk me off the air for saying that. Maybe he was doing a Christian prayer. I don't know. Never know. And there's Joe Manchin. Where were they at? Yucking it up. And there we go. Let's go to number 6. That would be Joe Biden, number 6, with the KKK, part of the KKK leadership for years, Robert Byrd, senator from West Virginia. KKK. Let's take a little break. We'll be, wait a minute. I almost got, let's just go ahead and do this. Number 7, this is Joe, right? Number 7, Senator Robert Byrd, 1917 to 2010. Now, November 18th, 2009, surpasses Carl Hayden, Democrat of Arizona, becoming longest serving member in the history of Congress. This is Joe Biden speaking at his memorial. And here is number 8. Let's just throw a quick number 8 up. That would be Barack with the KKK Klansman himself, Robert Byrd. I mean, a Klansman's okay if he's on your side. The Democrats, let's just take a break. Josh, take a break. We'll be right back, folks. We're far from done.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's show everybody how they can get in touch with the show at any time. This is our email address, our phone number, all the social media ways you can follow the show. Okay. Now, let me go here before we start, Josh. Give me number. We heard you heard last week before this horrific shooting, the media go crazy over a billboard outside of Murphy, North Carolina, that was put up by the Cherokee Gun Store. I don't want to mispronounce Doc's last name, so I apologize, Doc, if you're listening. I didn't get a chance. I don't want to mispronounce your last name. But the billboard is coming down for safety reasons and several reasons. It's coming down. There's been death threats to Doc, death threats to the president. Secret Service has gotten involved. I'll read that to you. So Sunday they had a rally, a support rally before. Give me number one there, Josh. Here is the group. Here is the group that got together over in Murphy, North Carolina this past Sunday. That's not a good total picture of everybody. There is a nice gun raised in the air, freedom of speech, freedom, Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. And let's go with number two. Here's the group photo. It's like the family reunion, right? Here's the family reunion. I just wish I could have been there. I would have loved to have been there. That's a great looking group of people. Great people in that group. And there is the billboard, the Four Horsemen / idiots, signed the deplorables Cherokee Gun 1 mile on the right. So there is the gun and the family photog there. And leave that up a minute, Josh. If you'll go to fetchyournews.com, let me show you this. All right, Josh, how come I know I did not get rid of it this morning, but we'll do it again really quick. You go to fetchyournews.com and you click on Cherokee County, North Carolina. You click on the county there, and you go down and you will find an article that says Patriots support right to free speech and controversial billboard. Now, what happened? The owner says that there was about 150 people showed up, and the owner's comments, a lot of good has come of it, and a lot of bad has come of it also. I hate to say that between the death threats, they were getting death threats. Even President Trump got threatened. Secret Service got involved. ATF, local police, judicial department, and it's been melee every day. Okay. He goes on to say, let's see. Wait a minute. I wanted to say, they gave out his home address. Okay. They gave out the home address. Now, Allison Outdoor Advertising, I want you to read this. All right. The company helped me bring the ideal to life, but bears no responsibility in his actions. The billboard expresses his views and no one else. So check out the article. Okay. I don't want to break it up. And there's a video of the speech they gave right there. You can hear the video of the speech. And like I said, the New York Times, everybody ran this story. Now, the interesting thing is, they didn't show up to meet the people. Now, here's the only thing I want to do. I hope you got number two. I think there was 3 media outlets there, and I don't think a national one. All right. And what I'm getting at is you see the billboard. You see the Patriots in front of the billboard. But when Doc put this billboard up, all right, all hell broke loose. All of the congresswomen sent their tweets out. The hateful rhetoric, the death threats nobody talks about, the giving out of his home address. He was not allowed his freedom of speech or freedom of expression. Newspapers, if you pull up the Four Horsemen Cometh online, you will find New York Times, you will find all of these major news networks all across the country bashed this gun owner and went after this story. But interestingly, they were all probably preoccupied in El Paso. They didn't show up to meet these patriots Sunday. Why didn't the media send a couple national reporters? Now, we were there. You can read the article. Why didn't the media send a couple national reporters to meet these people, to see what kind of people stood under that billboard? Just saying. All right, let's go here, Josh. I want to run through pictures, a couple of them right here. Okay, this is Jim Vandehei. Let's go with number 15. And here's what scares me with the red flag laws that are about to be put in place. Number 15, tech companies say they're ready to fight white nationalist terror. I'm very nervous about what is going to happen here. And this is Axios, and I have the article. It come up 15 hours ago. Axios.com, tech companies say they're ready to fight white nationalist terror. Tech companies are willing to work more closely with law enforcement to fight white nationalist terrorism, but the industry is skeptical of the White House's seriousness on the issue. See, they're skeptical of how serious the White House is, but they're ready to work with law enforcement. Tech is ready to take it on their own. That scares the daylights out of me. Because first of all, folks, you have the Fourth Amendment. I'm drawing a blank here. Sorry about that, folks. Let's see here. This is what concerns me this morning in America that they don't talk about. They talk about your freedom of speech. They talk about taking your gun away. Fourth Amendment is never talked about. How often do they talk about the Fourth Amendment? Now, in that being said, sorry, folks, for the delay. It's just a little problem in clicking. Some say the First Amendment and the Second Amendment is the problem. The deep state corporate media never talks about the Fourth Amendment, okay? The United States Constitution is part of the Bill of Rights. It prohibits, the Fourth Amendment prohibits unreasonable search and seizures. In addition, it sets requirements for issuing warrants. Warrants must be issued by a judge or magistrate justifying a probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and must particularly describe the place to be searched and the persons, things to be seized. Tech companies are ready to go through everything we have, every single thing. Here, hey, I'll take it. Just throw them here. Just throw them here. I can catch it. All right, that's live TV, folks. I tell you, I've been looking for these damn Advil for 2 hours. Sorry about that. I need an Advil. There they are. So I'm going to just throw them. So anyhow, they're ready to help. That scares the daylights out of me. This is what this one, let's go here, okay. 32. Okay. We'll get into Obama in a minute. Number 32, Obama urges Americans to reject language that feeds a climate of fear. We have Eugene Robinson this morning on MSNBC. What did he say? Why, we are not far away, something like, or we're right around the corner, or we could have the next Oklahoma City bombing. Really? I want to ask the Obama administration, where were the white supremacists in those 8 years? Where were the racists, the radicals? Now, let me tell you something. I'll make this comment, take a short break because I want to regroup. I want to take my Advil. But let's say this. As the economy, for 10 years, they claim there's been 10 years of economic growth, right? As the economy, supposedly, according to the Obama administration, was growing, we had more white males sitting in their mom and dad's basement on the internet for all of those 8 years. We had all of these white males. Guess what? When the economy started to recover under President Trump's administration, you could look up the article. The article says white males entered back into the workforce at a much slower rate than women. We have demasculated our kids, our men, our children, our little boys. Totally demasculated. They have no idea who the hell they are anymore. Just saying. All right, so Jim Vandehei says tech companies are willing to help. I tell you, if you need to be in fear of anything today is when I support the President of the United States, but when he said red flag laws. We'll take a brief break so I can take these Advils. I'll be back. This is going to be one of the short breaks. I'll be right back.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, show everybody how they can contact the show. I want to ask all the viewers out there, if you're new to the show, give me a chance here. I say that. I don't know how that comes across. I had a tough night, and I don't care to share with the audience. I have two very ill parents at the same exact time, but there's things I got to do. I'm trying to get prepared for a show, trying to do a show, be up half the night, one thing after another. And I'm not complaining because I love each and every one of you, and I hope you just bear with me and we power through. So if I fumble, that's all I'm asking. Just give me a little extra chance here. All right, so let's do this quickly. Let's see where I'm at here. Let's go to now. Yesterday, the media loves a good sky is falling. Okay. And Dow futures look like they're up 221 this morning. Look like they're up 221. And a lot of people now, I always show you this because, you know, I like to show the deep state media. But let's go with this quickly, and then we'll get back to the crisis, the gun crisis in America, as the media wants you to believe that. So CNN this morning, number 33 at 4:09 a.m. Eastern time, Dow logs worst day of the year. Trade war leads to a 767-point decline. Okay. Then number 34, CNN wanted to just say, hey, there it is. The Dow lost 2.9%, S&P 3.5 on NASDAQ. That was first thing this morning. Now, I have it here somewhere. Let me put it up here. Josh, give me number 49. And here's all I want to say this morning when you hear trade war. Don't they love war? It can't be trade negotiations, continued talks with China, but it's a war, okay? We know, you and I in America, regardless of where we stand, I say this nicely, regardless of where we stand of understanding trade, I, for one, don't personally understand it. I can read and get the gist of it, as I would say. And I'm not for sure I understand, you know, devaluing currency and all that. I'm going to be clear with you, but I can read and get the gist of it. And we all know that we had to deal with China, okay? We know, you and I out there, so we love our farmers. We do not want to see our farmers suffer. I mean, until recently, the media never kept up with the soybean, the sale of soybean, what countries. I mean, it's not like they did the Farm Ag Report on CNN 2 years ago. Well, China's purchase of soybean is up 3.2%. This is down. We didn't get that. But now the media feels led to believe that these tariffs, okay, and how much soybean is being sold around the world is something you need to know about. It's a crisis point for farmers, and they tell you that every day. We love our farmers. We want to take care of our farmers. We need to figure something out. I'll go with that. But America, you have been sold out for decades to the Chinese. Sold out. Your intellectual property, the Clintons love selling your intellectual property. These politicians and lobbyists. Now, I don't want to go down there, but Mitch McConnell and his wife, look them up and what they have made off of China. The shipping, look at Mitch McConnell. Look at his wife's family and how many major shipping cargo ships they have in that family. And the deal they have with China. We have been sold out. The only thing we can do President Trump is trying to turn everything in this country around. And, I'm going to say, it's now over a year ago that we were on the All-Star Political Panel on Friday, and we were talking about trade with China. And Bruce said, I don't know if the American people will stick with the president through the pain. We have been waiting for a president to determine that China is a currency manipulator. And they have. Steve Mnuchin, the Department of the Treasury Department, designates China as a currency manipulator. We had to. The trade, we have to. I'm just going to say this, America, if you could please hang on. See the president through this. Don't say how much you care about your children and your grandchildren when you have a president of the United States that's trying to turn this massive ship around that's called a country that is going downhill at a rapid pace. Just so don't get all worked up. All right. Let's stay with, let's go to number 14. Let's just go through some pictures here. Josh, we're going to change subjects. Back to it. Senator Lamar Alexander's statement, I am ready to do more. A politician is ready to do more. Does that not scare the hell out of you? I'm ready to do more, especially on background checks. Is that the problem? Who's going to determine the mental health status of the hurdles you have to meet for mental health? To identify those who shouldn't have guns. Doesn't it scare the hell out of you that a government now, and the American people love when the government solves the problem that they never do. They're going to help identify those that shouldn't have guns. Today, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell asked that the Health and Education Committee I chair take an immediate look to find additional bipartisan ways to fund state efforts to increase school safety and to help Americans with serious mental health problems. Wow, is that not where your host started today? Now you get it at 9:30 in the morning. I know sometimes I do this and I think to myself, why do I do this? But remember my opening of going back to school and the billions of dollars that have been put into your children's safety in the government institutions? Well, here you go, Senator Lamar. Why they're saying, let's look at increased school safety and help Americans with serious mental health problems. Would you please text me out there, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa? Would you please email me and tell me what is the next step in your school safety? Now, I will tell you where I live could be, I think the next step could be a perimeter fence, all right, with razor wire around the top. What would that remind you of? Is that not almost the last step in America to institutionalize these kids? Get them ready? What are they getting them ready for? What would you do next on school safety and help Americans with serious health problems? Identify, background checks. Let's go with number 15 again. Vanda High from Axios.com. Tech companies say they're ready to fight white nationalist terror. Wow. Now, MSNBC this morning on Morning Joe, they wanted to make fun. They wanted to make fun of the president by looking at his statements on several gun shootings, gun violence. I don't want to say gun violence. Anyhow, number 16, they were making fun of him about his statement when he came out and addressed the Las Vegas. Then 17, El Paso, Dayton. And 18, Sutherland Springs. 19, Josh, Parkland. They're making fun of the president. Then you have number 20. It's okay if Joe Scarborough, these are the two, I tell you this, if you're new to the show, these are the two gatekeepers of hell. These people run the slippy slide straight down into hell. These two people are despicable. Number 20, McConnell fails to use the word gun in response to deadly shooting. Now, this is one I get here, not get, but this is what really steams me. MSNBC wanted to highlight some of the victims. Now, there's 22, okay, in El Paso, 9 in Dayton, Ohio. But have you recognized, according to the media, the only victims of interest are Latino, Hispanic Latinas? I mean, and we have the Mexican president going to sue us. And he wants an extradition order for this guy sent to Mexico to face charges. Now, it's not like they don't have several drug cartels and have, just look up the amount of drug-related murders in Mexico. They got no problem there. But MSNBC wants to highlight some of the shootings. So number 21, they put on the screen this morning, El Paso shooting victim. Juan Valdez, whatever, 77-year-old, Hispanic. Okay, let me go to one more. Number 25, El Paso shooting victim, Arturo. I'm not trying this morning. And then number 26, Javier Rodriguez, 15 years old. Huh. Why are they highlighting these Latinos? I mean, I sure hope we're going to highlight some others before this is over. Let me go through some other things they were doing after highlighting. You know, I don't see CNN coming on in the morning or MSNBC or ABC saying, before we start our program today, we want to highlight several black people in major cities across the country that were gunned down last night. Senseless violence, gun violence. We don't do that in the mornings. We don't highlight them. Number 22, they're upset because Mitch McConnell put a graveyard, the Grim Reaper of socialism, at Fancy Farm today. Those are his opponents in the past. They're upset because he used tombstones to represent the opponents he's had in politics throughout the years. Number 23, okay, Trump floats drops background checks and immigration bill in a mass shooting response. Why not? Let's clean up the immigration laws. Let's get it all done. Why not? Democrats solve nothing. And here it is. I like to just put this up, number 24. There are the cast of characters that were doing everything. Trump condemns hatred as his campaign stirs fears. Number 27, the New York Times. You can't take these things lightly. How the Trump campaign used Facebook ads to amplify his invasion claim. I'm telling you, man. Number 28, I spent 25 years fighting jihadists. White supremacists aren't so different. Oh, that's interesting. Not so different. Wow. The depths. Okay, now number 29. We'll go through these and we'll talk about them in a minute. The threat of white nationalists and mass murder. Number 30. Trump blames mental illness and hatred, not the gun. You can't blame the gun. I do this. You say, why are you doing? I show you the bylines they're putting. This is the injection of the corrupt narrative they are running. I told you earlier in the show, Ohio and Texas, 2 shootings. Now, are they linked to this? No, but are Democrats saying, well, this could put Ohio in play and we could turn Texas? They are on TV 24/7 trying to get this issue to be something that can turn Texas blue. You need to listen. Now, President Obama got in the fray yesterday. Why? If you have a president of the United States that comes out and says or talks to the American people and tries to unify a divided country under Barack Hussein Obama, why, if that's not acceptable, just go and say, here's what a real leader in America sounds and looks like. Number 31, Obama. We should soundly reject language coming out of the mouths of any of our leaders that feeds a climate of fear and hatred or normalizes racist sentiment. Leaders who demonize those who don't look like us. Demonize those that don't look like us. Elijah Cummings, Hispanics. I mean, he thinks he looks a little like Elijah Cummings. Or suggest that other people, including immigrants, sorry, folks, immigrants, threaten our way of life or refer to other people as subhuman. Now, Obama said subhuman. That would be illegal crossings. Why, that is subhuman. There is no such thing as a illegal human being. Or imply that America belongs to just one certain type of people. Whoa! A certain type of people. Wow, these people are out there. Okay, let's go to number 33. Obama urges Americans to reject language that feeds a climate of fear. Let's go to 36. Mexico, El Paso massacre, an act of terror. Foreign minister says petition to extradite gunmen being considered. Whoa, let me be the first to maybe I'm not, but let me be the first to apologize to Mexico. Our sincere apology. Why, while you were sleeping and your cartels were killing people in Mexico, we apologize. Number 37, there's the byline again, just seeing all the pictures there. Okay, here's CNN. They love the chosen one here, Obama, number 38. Listen to this. It is at the root of slavery and Jim Crow, the Holocaust, the genocide of Rwanda, the ethnic cleansing in the Balkans. It has no place in our politics and our public life. Wow. Number 40. It's time for the overwhelming majority of Americans of goodwill, of every race and faith political party to say as much clearly and unequivocally. So don't hesitate. Just, you got to say, Republicans, we're not putting up with it no more. Democrats, we're not putting up with it. No matter who you are, Muslims, Christians, Hindus, it don't matter who you are. We can't put up with this no more. Refers to this shooting. Let's go to 39. Obama rejects racist sentiments. Former president denounces leader who demonize others. Slavery and Jim Crow and the Holocaust. Wow. Now, let me tell you this, okay? Let me say this. I'm going to say this, and I know when I say things, we will not have the time in the history. We do not have the time machine to go 30 years in the future. Okay? When former President Barack Hussein Obama says it is at the root of slavery and Jim Crow, Holocaust, genocide in Rwanda, and ethnic cleansing in the Balkans, you need to know these things are all being rewritten. Holocaust, they're all being rewritten in your history books that your children are reading now. They are altering history on a daily basis. Because when you can write Holocaust and you can write a mass shooting of 22 people at a Walmart in El Paso in the same sentence, obviously you're doing everything you can to revise history and lie to our children. Let's see where I'm at here. Give me 41. We'll just do it anyway, even though we listened to the jackass earlier. 41, the president who helped create the hatred that made Sunday's tragedy possible should not come to El Paso. We do not need more division. We need to heal. He has no place here. All right. El Paso Democrats asked Trump to stay away. Number 42, death toll in El Paso massacre rises to 22. I'm sorry and not discounting the massacre there or what a horrific thing that's happened in our country. But if the death toll there has risen to 22, we might want to report the death toll in Baltimore this year is at the 200 plus mark and way over 300 in Chicago. Here is the representative that took Francis O'Rourke's place in Texas there, number 43, Representative Veronica Escobar of Texas. She was wondering when anything would ever happen that would get her some airtime, that Veronica Escobar could maybe get on the squad. Maybe she's trying to get on the squad of the 4 congresswomen that Nancy Pelosi named the squad. This all started, when I say all started, every bit of this really took off. And the fuse was lit when Nancy Pelosi got in a fight with AOC. When Nancy Pelosi got in a fight with and named them the squad. When Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, said that they're just one vote and, their Twitter little thing there, the squad. Nancy Pelosi did that, not Donald J. Trump. Well, Veronica Escobar is trying to make the squad. She's on there. She's the representative of the El Paso area. Donald Trump, you don't need to come here. Well, you need to stay away. Let's go to 46. We're running out of time. Statement from Speaker Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. In February, the new Democrat House majority promptly did its duty and passed a bipartisan background check act of 2019, which is supported by more than 90% of American people and proven to save lives. How do they prove it to save lives? They're wanting to know that in Chicago. They're wanting to know that in Baltimore, Detroit, LA. They're wanting to know that in Dallas and Houston, how it saves lives. They're wanting to know that. Police departments, sheriff's offices, every single law enforcement agency is wanting to know how you're saving lives in these decaying cities. Okay? They did their job. Okay? Did its duty. Let me say this, because here's what I like to do when I read these things. I like to break down words. In February, the new Democrat House majority promptly did its duty. Stop right there and put blank behind that. Your duty is to secure the border. Your duty is to fix the asylum laws. Your duty is to fix and listen to the crisis, the humanitarian crisis at our border. Your duty is to do something with the 11 million or whatever illegals in this country now. Period. Your duty is a list. I don't want to go there right now. We see another one here. Now, this guy, I want to say this for one reason. Number 50, okay? Number 50, Mexico, El Paso massacre and act of terror. Foreign minister says, now this guy right here, number 50, do you recognize him? Let's go to number 51. Is that Victor Blackwell? Is this the same guy that not even a week ago was on TV crying tears about Baltimore? He grew up there. Is that the guy? Now, Trump is making the President of the United States a trip, okay? Number 52. El Paso Democrats asked Trump to stay away. Mayor DeMargo, El Paso, Texas. It's his duty. I liked his statement. He's not getting into anything. He said, I loved what the guy said for this reason alone. He said, my duty as the mayor of El Paso, my capacity, the mayor of El Paso, Texas, is to meet with the President of the United States. I love the comment because it don't matter who it is. It's President of the United States. He will meet with them. Number 53, El Paso Democrats asked Trump to stay away. This morning, number 53, it's 1:02 a.m. And as you know, that's 4 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the East. Okay. The mayor said, it's my job to meet with the president. These two are doing everything. While we've walked all over the city, we went everywhere. We put a microphone on everybody's face. We can't find anyone looking forward to the president. Number 54, I think we already showed this. Beto O'Rourke said, stay away, get out. Number 55, here is the mayor of Dayton, Ohio, Mayor Nan Whaley. And she talked to the president about background checks, gun controls, weapons, whatever. She said that the president was very receiving of her comments, didn't really come back and say anything affirmative. But she was, in her own way, she was nice about it and said she's going to meet with the President of the United States. Let's see. I got, what else do I have here? Josh, I want to take, I know it's 10 up, but I want to take like a 4-minute break, just commercials, because I want to come back and I want to close with something. Okay, folks? Take us a break and we'll come back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let me say this before we close, okay? We remember 2009, okay, when the economy collapsed. We remember 2009 when George W. Bush came down the hall and told us if we didn't give $800 billion to King Henry Paulson, the Secretary of Treasury, that we would the whole banking system in this country would collapse. All right. We remember that very well. We remember Barack Hussein Obama being elected during this economic crisis in this country, a crisis. They never let a good crisis go to waste. George W. Bush helped usher it right in. Obama took advantage of it and took it to the next step. In the next step, they printed so much money. They lied about the economy. We bailed out car industries. I mean, the things we did across this country. And by flipping it over, the Tea Party was created. And remember when, here's what I'm going to say. I brought it up at the beginning of the show. Tea Party protesters scream the N-word at black congressmen. So I was wrong. It wasn't Elijah Cummings. It was John Lewis. Demonstrators outside the U.S. Capitol, angry over the proposed health care bill, shouted the N-word Saturday at Representative John Lewis, a Georgia congressman and civil rights icon who was nearly beaten to death during the Alabama marches in the 60s. Now, the thing I want you to pay attention here and the takeaway to close, Tea Party protesters. That was our name then, Tea Party, right? It wasn't time to break out the white nationalist terrorist. It wasn't time to break out white nationalists. White supremacists, racist, wasn't brought out yet. Everything's been a time capsule release with the deep state. So we are Tea Party. Remember the lie? They did audio testing through the roof and could not find anywhere where Lewis was called the N-word by Tea Party protesters, right? So they lied. They made up the story. They ran with a false narrative for days. And we proved it. We went through from 2010 to 2008, right? We went through it. We now are white nationalists, white supremacists. Why don't they say angry Tea Party groups anymore? Why not? Why don't they say that Trump's rally is a Tea Party rally, maybe? No, we're white nationalists, white supremacists, racist, everything. Maybe they're lying, folks. Maybe they're creating a false negative narrative on you and I. Because you know what? I don't remember before Obama things being this controversial. And you wonder how it happened. The deep state, corrupt corporate media, along with the deep state in itself, tried to pull off the biggest coup in America against a sitting president, Donald J. Trump. He's still president, and they won't stop until they can bring us down. I'll close with this. If they're going to have red flag laws, and Lamar Alexander is going to do things to find funding to help identify mental health issues in the deep, dark recesses of the internet, folks, you better not give a background check to a transgender and let them have a gun, because they're off. That's a mental problem. If that's not identified a mental problem, get ready, America. I'm your host, BKP. I will